allowing us to gather today, God, seeing a day that we have never seen before. God, we thank you for allowing us to be appointed, God, to be able to serve this committee, God. God, we're asking that you help us, God, that we will carry out the business of our city, God, and helping those in need, God, with disabilities in our community, God. God, bless us that we'll have a productive meeting. In Jesus' name, amen.
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 For the roll call, Kelly Alves,
Here.
Janet Baber, Wanda Beckton,
Here.
Kenneth Coley,
Here.
Donna Countryman. Miss Donna is excused. Mr. Michael Gleason is excused. Tammy Mathis,
Here.
Aisha Razak Ellis,
I'm here.
Donald Rue, David Snodgrass,
Here.
Tyrone Starkey,
Here.
Pierre Protz,
Here.
Andrea Thomas, and Don.
Here.
Hi, Andrea. Okay. Don Willis is excused. Councilmember Brandy Matthews. Okay, thank you. So for this year, the committee carried out their election proceedings via email. So today we just want to confirm the election of our officers. So Pastor Doug Seymour, chair for last year, was reelected. He had no contenders. He was reelected for the position of chair. So I just need a motion to confirm the position or Pastor Doug Seymour as chair for the mayor's committee.
So moved.
Do you have a second?
Second.
All in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you.
Aye.
I'm sorry, who did the second?
I did.
Okay, for the position of vice chair, Ms. Pierre Protz was nominated and accepted the position. There were no contenders. Just need a motion to confirm Ms. Pierre Protz as vice chair for the mayor's committee for persons with disabilities.
So moved.
Is there a second? Aisha, thank you. All in favor, please raise your hand. Thank you so much. We are confirmed. Pastor Doug Seymour will continue as chair. Ms. Pierre Protz as vice chair. Ms. Pierre, you can carry on the meeting from here. Thank you.
All right. Thank y'all so much for the privilege of being able to serve the committee in this way. I just hope that I'll do a good job. I'll certainly do my best. Have you all had a chance to review the minutes from last month's meeting?
Yes.
Yes.
Are there any changes that anyone would like to propose? Any additions that might not be included in the minutes? All right, well, there being none, if you all will signify by raising your hands, or I guess someone needs to make a motion to approve the minutes.
Motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
Second?
A second.
All right, all in favor, please raise your hands. All right. And are there any updates from last month's meeting? Felicia, are there any changes in the minutes or anything that's happened since then that you would like to share?
No changes, but we did have Miss Kiara Manley as our guest last month, and a few of the members kind of mentioned some resources. And then I agree that we would, provide some type of follow-up. She did mention a need for some playground adaptive equipment.
Yes, I thought that was a great thing for us to pursue.
Yes. So Tammy has some things she had agreed to check into, and she's going to provide us a follow-up. And then I just have one short follow-up as well. Okay, Tammy?
Yes, in my research, trying to find some inclusion in specialized opportunities for equipment for children, playground equipment, I ran across a website called accessibleplayground.net, Also, everyonecanplay.nsw.gov.au. And it provided a lot of information on resources, on a directory of different avenues that we can go to get support and funding for this project. Yes, it's going to take a little time. Of course, we have to figure out the scope, the design, evaluate it, how we're going to deliver it, and also to become champions at, getting all of this done. It suggested Parks and Recreation as a partner, YMCA, Cooperative Extension Service, and a lot of other different programs that we can reach out to in order to make this happen. I got so excited because the website is so full of information, and if you get a chance, please take a look. But I'm going to also look into a lot of these and see a lot of the equipment that is required and that are wheelchair accessible are expensive, ranging from $7,000 to $4,000. So we will have to consider, which location will be best for this type of thing. But yes, I'm very excited about it, and I can share some of the websites with you in an email and let y'all review it and see how you would like to pursue it.
That's wonderful. Thank
That
you
is
for
great,
all that
Tammy. That was
research.
a great, wholesome update. Thank you.
I know, that is so good. I know that there is a special needs playground in Greenville. I can't remember the name of the park that it's at. I was going to take our Renew Life guys up there one time, and then I think the weather prevented us from going. But, there might be a few in the area, maybe one in Jacksonville too, if I'm not mistaken, that we could actually go and take a look at.
There is one in Wilson, which was going to be part of my update. So that's where I was born. My parents were born and raised, so I'm always in Wilson. So in 2019, the Youth Council participated in a service learning day, and the Wilson Youth Council hosted. So they had us set up going different places to provide service in different places. So one of the locations was a new sports complex that they've built kind of off of Ward Boulevard, but it includes a little special needs park called Noah's Ark.
Oh.
And so I do have pictures of that I can share with the community. I took pictures. I went Sunday and took pictures so I can share. But my update concerning last month is that I have had a conversation with Parks and Recreation Director about a special needs park or a little section area of one of our parks. So we will continue that conversation. So I just wanted to share that I have initiated the conversation about that. So thank you, Tammy, for the resources. It is important. And the one in Wilson, they had a sponsoring agency, which was BB&T.
Oh.
Yeah, so we can possibly reach out to our local credit unions or
Right.
a bigger organization that maybe would like to partner with us and help provide some of the resources. So I think this is a great starting point for the committee. So.
And I just had a real duh moment when I was reading the minutes and I saw, because we don't have one and we need one. We truly do.
Yeah. So the one in Wilson is so nice. Of course, now it's closed because of COVID, but they have a shelter, picnic area, the swings, the little alphabet board.
Is there a splash pad?
I don't know. It looks like they're adding more to it.
Okay.
So it's kind of in its own little section to the left. For this development so big, the complex is like really big. It's acres and acres and acres of land. So there's like a professional baseball stadium, miles kind of back on the right of the Noah's Ark, and then on the right side there's the soccer area.
Okay.
So it's really nice and big. Worth just taking the ride down the street to Wilson to check it out.
Okay.
So very nice. But I will send the pictures.
Okay, wonderful.
I wanted before we move on, I wanted to also just share my thoughts about the playground. Also, as a parent, also that's disabled and having a child, I noticed when my son was actually 2, and I actually had reached out to the city of Goldsboro about the same issue about playgrounds and accessibility. There's a website called Magic Playgrounds, where there's absolutely beautiful playground that are accessible. And one thing I remember my son was too, just trying to do something simple as watch him swing, like mulch. There's special mulch that you would need for somebody in a wheelchair to drive on to get to the swings. You know, small things like that. The one in Greenville has that they don't have mulch, they have the soft rubber where everything is accessible for a wheelchair. You know, so I'm very excited that we're taking into consideration that not only the special need individuals that may be physically disabled, but parents also want to be able to interact with their child as they play during these years of their life.
That's a great point, Tyrone.
It is.
It surely is.
And if I can add something as well, just kind of, going off of that same thing, for individuals with autism, something in the sensory realm, maybe because, they may not have the same physical issues, but sensory needs could be met through a special needs playground as well. So just something to think about.
What would that look like, Kelly?
It really depends, but there's different, like texture, like it may be a board with different, textures to play with or things like that. I would have to go in and do a lot more research about exactly what it would look like, but I know that it is something that I can't remember where, but somewhere near here, and I want to think it may be Clayton or the opposite direction towards Wilmington. I can't remember, but somewhere has something similar. So I'll look into it a little bit more.
Okay.
And just to kind of add on to what you just said, Kelly, the park in Greenville, they have a section. They try to make it all inclusive, but they have a section to where, like you're right, they have a xylophone. So they have the different thing where the kids can go and tap, hear the different sounds. They have different, like I said, texture things, so they can feel the bumps on metal. It feel like it makes like word, but it's like braille almost, so you can feel it and different textures like that.
All right. Well, we would want to do our best to make it all inclusive, wouldn't we?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. Does anyone else have anything to say about this particular topic?
I know I had brought up, a huge resource here in our community with Oberry Center. What I'll do, with the blessing of the committee, is I'll contact Oberry Center and just see what resources, if they have, if they still maintain, and I'm sure they do, a therapeutic recreation program. They should be well diverse in not only the needs for the IDD population, but, disability groups in general. And I think it's true, like Tyrone was talking about, we take a lot of things for granted, but when you start looking at needs for folks with in the special population group, not having an environment for them to be able to interact or get there or whatever does hinder opportunities. So
Right.
I didn't know what also the city might have in terms of folks that may have an interest, if you will, in terms of the disabled population, in terms of some of their staff in the recreation department as well. Because I know Goldsboro, a city of approximately 40,000 people, and I've lived in a lot of different towns, throughout my life. There's a lot of parks in this city. There's a tremendous amount of parks, so you could really kind of spread the wealth, if you would, in terms of adaptive equipment, playground, whatever, to the population that we address and charge, to help meet their needs and increase their quality of life.
We just have started replacing playgrounds at all of our Head Start sites. And of course, we have to make it all-inclusive for our children as well. I'm not sure who our vendor was, and we we're able to do this through a grant process. So I'll try to see. It might be that that vendor might be interested in maybe providing some sense of sponsorship. I'm not sure, but it doesn't hurt to ask.
Yes.
True.
Yeah, and I'll report back in May on my findings with staff at Oberry Center.
All right.
Okay.
Are there any other updates from the last meeting? No? Well, with that being said, then we'll go to new business, and I guess David here will do the Education Subcommittee report. I read those minutes, and that was a lot of great work was done.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we had good attendance for that particular meeting that we met this past Tuesday here in the City Council. Do you just want me to just give a brief summary of the different areas that we had addressed or discussed? I mentioned that I'm sure y'all got your water bill for the month of, I don't know if it's for April or March, I don't know the billing cycle, but in the newsletter, we had talked about in previous meetings about getting word out in that newsletter. There was on page 3 or 4 of that insert from the mayor an article about Autism Month for the month of April. So I was glad to see that in there. Pastor Doug Seaman, and I've always curious about this. I wanted to ask him my first meeting in January, what church is he the minister for? I'm just curious.
Blended Fellowship Church in Pikeville.
Okay. I've been meaning to ask him that.
Yeah, and so the population there are majority hard of hearing impaired.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Okay, very good. Dr. Kelly Alves, am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
Did a presentation with Sunrise Kiwanis last month, and it was on autism awareness. From what I understand, it was a good turnout.
It was a great presentation. I joined Kelly last Wednesday morning at 7 a.m. bright and early at B&G Grill. She did a great job.
Okay, and the other next area we discussed was the Optimist Club, and Donna Countryman reported that she's made contact with this group, and she'll see Mary Ann Stevens, the chairperson, again tomorrow, and we'll confirm with our committee about coming to a meeting and presenting.
And that would be Mary Emma Stevens.
Mary Emma.
Yeah, Mary.
Okay.
Just,
I'll correct that.
just a mention on that.
Rotary Club we discussed, and Mr. Michael Gleason reported that 2 active clubs, Lane Tree, and he also mentioned the, 3 Eagles, I believe.
Out on base. Yeah, that's what it says here.
We're hosting Zoom meetings, and the 3 Eagles Rotary Club at the Wade Memorial Hospital, and he shared that he has sent emails to both of those groups.
And he provided additional update on yesterday, Mr. David. So he reached out, he heard back from Miss Sherry Archibald, who's the program coordinator for the Goldsboro Rotary. And she extended the invitation for the committee, someone from the committee to come speak. They are currently having Zoom meetings, as he had already found out. But the next 2 meetings will be April 27th at 1 o'clock, and then May 4th at 1 o'clock. So Mr. Gleason is not available, but so the invitation is open. Any committee member who would like to speak at the Goldsboro Rotary Club meeting, one of those next 2 meetings at 1 o'clock, it will be on Zoom.
What was the May date?
May 4th. And I'll prepare an email, send out, and give everyone time to kind of think about it and throw some topics out there. We know April's autism awareness, so we've covered that. Kelly covered that last week. We can certainly do that again, but we have that calendar of awareness, different disabilities, so there are a slew of them every month. So,
Yeah.
or whoever would volunteer could talk about the upcoming walk. So, okay, Mr. David.
Okay, and the I always butcher that word, the
Ruritan.
there you go, the Ruritan group. Wanda, did you have any further update
I have not
there?
had a chance
Okay.
to make the contact yet, but I plan to do that.
Okay. And then Donna Countryman indicated that she has a contact and she'll attempt to reach out as.
That's the one that she gave me.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. That's right, I remember now. Tyrone mentioned he was curious if the subcommittee would be reaching out to the Boys and Girls Club. And Tyrone indicated that he would make contact with the Boys and Girls Club and report back what his findings are at our May meeting. Anything you'd like to add to that, Tyrone?
No, I haven't had a chance to contact them yet. I will be planning on doing that via email. So the next time we have our subcommittee meeting, hopefully I have a response back and I can report that I made some correspondence.
I think that Tyrone's point was very well made, because the more we can educate children about disabilities, the more accepting our whole world will be. And kudos to Tyrone for bringing that up.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, we also talked about the frequency of our meeting for the educational meeting, and we all agreed that we felt important to keep the ball moving and stay on a monthly meeting schedule. So we'll be meeting at third Tuesday of each month at 11:30.
Second Tuesday,
Second Tuesday, excuse me.
or third Tuesday. What we got?
I made the comment of additional discussion. I think I made that comment either last month or the month before last about the presence of the local management entity, the LME, East Point, not being present here in Wayne County. And I always thought that was kind of odd that the largest county of the 10 counties that East Point represents, they're not in Wayne County. And I always think about the individuals and families that have a need, that may not be able to travel for whatever service, whatever assessment, whatever the case may be, that they may have to travel, or East Point may say, yeah, we could travel to you, but it's going to be a couple weeks before we can do that. I asked about reaching out to East Point just to see for East Point to entertain the idea of maybe having some available staff be present here in Wayne County to address what those issues may be. And I know there's probably lots of reasons for why they're not, but I think there's just as many reasons for the whys that maybe they should be here. And I did some real rough research yesterday afternoon about their catchment area. They serve 10 counties: Wayne, Wilson, Scotland, Robinson, Lenore, Greene, Edgecombe, Duplin, and Bladen counties. I did a population search of the top 3 counties, and believe it or not, Wayne County is the largest county with a population of the county of Wayne of over 123,000, and that's as of the 2019 or the most recent census. Second county was Wilson with 52,000. Or I'm sorry, Wilson was 81,000, and Edgecombe was 52,000. And then the other counties are smaller, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I didn't even look at their counties, but I just researched the top 3 for Wayne County, and this is for the age group of under 65. And this is statistics from 2015 through 19. 12% of the population in Wayne County has at least one disability. Now, they didn't define what that disability is, but I feel there's a need. And with the blessing of the committee, they said, yeah, take the ball and run with it. So I did reach out to Miss Mickelson, is it Darlene?
Brooke.
Brooke Mickelson with East Point, and I sent her an email yesterday. As of this morning, I had not received anything back from her. She may be on vacation or whatever, but I'm sure she will be back in contact with me, and I CC'd Felicia on that email as well. So I'll have more to report on that next month when I hear back from Brooke. I'm hoping this might lead to something, but it's kind of like what you were saying, Wanda, or like I like to say, when to shopping's free, so it doesn't hurt to ask.
Am I correct in thinking that at one point East Point did have an office downtown?
They did, yes.
Okay,
The old Borden building.
that's what I was thinking. All right, I wonder why they moved away.
Excuse me?
I wonder why they moved away.
I really don't know. I couldn't answer that. I used to work with East Point, and I used to work out of the Borden
Oh,
building
okay.
with them.
All right. Okay, well, very good.
That's pretty much what we addressed Tuesday. Am I omitting anything, Felicia?
No, you did a great job. Thank
Okay.
you so much.
Thank you.
All right, Wanda, if you could catch us up to speed on the disability walk, please, ma'am.
Well, we met, and our meeting was short, sweet, and to the point. We decided we would do the virtual walk, invite agencies who support the mayor's committee to video their walk within their own area. We will have it on the 5th, which falls in line. It's usually the first Wednesday in May. So that falls in line with keeping of that tradition at 10 o'clock. We are encouraging those involved to wear yellow as our signature color. If agencies want to create something with their shirt to support the mayor's committee, that would be great. But just represent with that color. The theme this year, I sent out several possibilities, and everybody kind of shared what their preference was. And so the one that was selected is if everyone is moving forward together, then success takes care of itself. So if you have banners or signs or anything of that nature, then if you could kind of tie that theme in with that, that would be great. The videos need to be submitted. Try to keep it 5 minutes or under. They need to be submitted to Felicia, and her email address is listed. There was a letter that she sent out along with the flyer to the agencies that have participated in the walk in years past. I have also forwarded that information to some additional agencies that I thought might be interested in helping. Some of the private therapy providers that we deal with to encourage their support, even if it's not a video or just a picture or something of that nature. We want to just kind of flood the website, the Facebook page with all kinds of social media that would show that we are still supporting this. The deadline for supporting those videos is Friday the 21st. Since the videos would be taken the day of the walk, you certainly can't report it before you do it, or share it before you do it. So if everybody could get their videos in by May 21st by 5 o'clock, and then someone from the office here will compile that into a presentation for the website, the Facebook page.
Okay.
Any questions? And the committee's walk, Ms. Wanda, for those committee members who want to engage in our walk. I don't
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I forgot about that because I don't think I was at
You
that
weren't there,
meeting.
right.
Yes, the committee members here, if we can convene out front that morning as well, we'll video our own walk. We can just kind of go down the street, come back around, just to show the support as well. So if anyone's available on the 5th to meet at City Hall, in front of City Hall at 10 o'clock, we'll just do a short walk and have that to release on the Facebook page as well.
Could we bring a guest?
I would say
You said a vest?
a guest.
A guest?
A guest. Sure. I'm sure we won't have whatever the new number for outdoor gatherings.
Yeah, we won't. Yeah.
No,
I'm
I was
sure
gonna
we
ask
won't
my
have
wife
that
to-
number, but yeah, I
Sure.
think that'll-
We like to walk, and I was gonna ask her,
Sure,
and
yeah.
Yes.
she's a retired IDD professional, and she would probably enjoy that.
Yeah,
I think
that'd
that
be
would
great.
be great.
That's so sweet of you to include your wife.
It is.
That's nice.
So, and Miss Pierre, I know you, Miss Wanda, you all may be with your agencies on that day and time. I know Miss Janet Baber, who works for Skills Creations, she said she would try to come downtown to be with us, but with the committee, but she is focused on and really planning on her agency's walk. So I know you two are as well. So, but I have reached out and heard back from a small miracle. East Point has agreed to share. If you remember, Delisha Lee, who's a former member, she's also a City of Goldsboro employee. She works in the Parks and Recreation Department, and she oversees special populations programs in that department, so she's gonna share it there. I've reached out to Nova Life Incorporated, Miss Sonja Emerson at the public schools, and Howell Support Services.
Oh.
Wonderful.
So I'd just like to encourage members to just continue to send that invitation out with the flyer. So we still, even though we'll be virtual, we like the walk to still be as big as it would have been in person. So,
Yes, ma'am. And that'll be a fun event for our guys and gals,
yes,
for sure.
yes.
Yeah, just being all dressed in yellow and being videoed and all that sort of thing will be good.
Right. And so no pressure to keep it at 5 minutes. I know in some instances 5 minutes can feel like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
And we can edit as necessary, but we're anticipating a lot of videos. So if we have any 15, 20 minutes, of course we may have to cut a few of those down. So no pressure to keep it at exactly at 5 minutes. I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ms. Wanda.
And you can make it as elaborate a walk or as you want. I mean, banners, signs. I think, you know, right now we're in the Prevent Child Abuse awareness campaign. So everybody's got their pinwheels out and decorated. So if you've got some other ways that you could highlight this, maybe keeping with that theme of a yellow color and the theme that we have, would be great.
Great. Thank you so much, Wanda. Had you completed everything you wanted to say about
Yes.
East Point? You had?
I had.
Okay. All righty. All right. Well, any special announcements?
Well, it's not really an announcement, but I asked Tyrone if he would share today. A few weeks ago, maybe last month, I was contacted by a citizen who had met an individual who was interested in, he's a disabled veteran, and he is interested in providing not martial arts, self-defense training to disabled individuals.
Oh,
So I reached out to Tyrone and asked if he would maybe like to partner with his organization, Community Heroes, but to just kind of get some information from the gentleman, exactly what he's looking to do. And so Tyrone has established contact and connection with him. I know his organization is named Wheelchair Warriors.
oh,
So Tyrone, I asked him to give just kind of us an update and what he's learned from this individual, Mr. Ratz.
Yes. Yeah, so I'm talking with Mr. Raz a few times over the phone, and we correspond a little bit over email, but like Felicia said, Mr. Raz, he's paraplegic, and he has a background being from like a military family, so He was privy to get like training from different base resources and stuff. So what he informed me was that during that time and even afterwards, he set some self-defense courses to, basically help protect himself. So he said he's been trained to be able to use his wheelchair as a weapon of defense if he's been attacked.
Wow.
How to protect yourself if you're ever thrown from your wheelchair. Also, and how to, I guess, maybe defuse a situation that may involve a weapon like a knife or a handgun if it gets close enough. So from there, I was trying to see exactly what did he want to do. Was he trying to be paid? Was he volunteer? And from the gist of the conversations that I've gotten from him, he would love to do it voluntarily, but like with anyone, if there was compensation, he would love that too. He's on disability, so he cannot be compensated a whole lot anyway. Right now, he says he basically kind of trains whoever comes to him, and he usually goes to like a park or uses his backyard. He doesn't have like a building or anything, but he's just been doing this for a couple of years now, just training the individuals that come to him. So I told him, I was like, well, there's different things out here. I didn't know if that was, if we said maybe if he would partner up with us, there may be grants out there to maybe help with a building or help him get supplies to train. Because he did say he would need like mats and different props, fake, maybe fake weapons to show real life situations, things like that. And of course, his skill set. He would like to be compensated for his skill set and his time. So, me personally, I think that's something that I would like to see, because the reality is, depending on what time of the year, it's just like with anyone, holidays, vacation time, special need population, a lot of times are seen as easy prey, and two, there's no resources like that in Wayne County that I know of that will show you how to use your device as a potential weapon if you had to. So, long story short, I think what he's looking for is maybe someone that would help him maybe find a facility, and someone that can help him maybe promote, put the word out there that he wants to train. And the last part, if he could be compensated, I think he would like that. But he said he would do it, if he had to, he would do it for free. I put it that way.
Thank you for that, Tyrone. And additionally, Tyrone has extended an invitation to Mr. Rass to join the committee whenever a seat comes available. So thank you for that, Tyrone.
Well, I know that our handicapped folks can feel very vulnerable in the community, and I guess it would be a great feeling of empowerment to them to know, how to defend themselves in certain situations, as long as it was safe, but.
I forgot to mention also that I did extend an invitation for him to maybe join us at the next meeting next month. So if we did have any questions that I wasn't able to answer, we could have an opportunity to ask him. And I think he would also just like to know more about the mayor's committee also. So I just wanted to put that out there that if it is okay with the committee, he would want to just sit in on the next meeting next month.
That sounds good.
All right. Well, we're running early. Oh, my. How sad. Does anyone else have anything to offer or to mention to the group? I want to say that our new building, Renew Life's new building is finished. We finally got the state construction office's blessing on it. And we have to have mental health come through it, to look at it. But we hope to be moving our residents next week. So,
Very good. Congratulations.
thank you so
I know
much.
that was a long years and years.
Oh,
of coming.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it has been a long journey, but it is the Taj Mahal to us. So can't wait to share it with all of you all, for sure.
So you got your certificate of occupancy.
We had our certificate of occupancy a while back, but the state is slow to move, especially now with everyone working out of their homes and such. But they finally got themselves in order to come, I guess it was day before yesterday, and did their inspection.
Now, we were talking before we met, officially, but
Uh-huh.
I was asking about your relationships with different MCOs, LMEs.
Mm-hmm.
How many LMEs or MCOs has to visit, or basically you're open for business with your certificate of occupancy, but
Right. I don't know that the individual LME MCOs will actually come to view the facility to give it their blessing. But what we have to, of course, maintain is our record keeping and our review status and all that sort of thing with them. To maintain our contracts with them.
Okay.
But they're welcome to come. Everyone's welcome to come.
I took it what you said, that they had to come through and bless it.
Oh, no, they don't.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to misspeak like that.
No.
That was what you heard.
It was a bad interpretation on my part.
I wanted to share, I just wanted to say thank you to Wayne County as well as to Goldsboro City. As Ms. Wanda has stated, this month is Child Abuse Prevention Month, and it's also Positive Parenting Awareness Month. And we have a couple of programs in the community, just to let everybody aware, that addresses positive parenting, such as Triple P, Incredible Years, Parents as Teachers, and also Wayne County Public Schools offers different programs as well, because we know that our community plays a vital part in ensuring that our families are safe, to include our vulnerable population. And I just wanted to say thank you to the county and the city for recognizing how important it is to be preventive of child abuse. And we just appreciate it just for recognizing it.
Thank you, Ms. Tammy. Can you share where you work, where you employed at?
Oh, yes. I work at Wayne County Department of Social Services, Child Protective Services, and I've been there about 20 years altogether in Human Services.
Thank you.
Wonderful.
You have a tough job.
I know. God bless you for what you do. I'm sure
Yes.
it's not easy. All
Well,
right. Well,
I'd like to announce that Wages Head Start and Early Head Start is taking applications now for the coming year. And part of our performance standards set by the federal program is that 10% of our enrollment must be a child who has a disability. And by that, it really means if the child has gone through under IDEA Part C or Part B services and have been made eligible. So but we also enroll a lot of children who have what we consider private therapy services, speech or OT or whatnot. And so Saturday, we are going to be at Mount Olive Family Medicine in Mount Olive, taking applications for families. But if you have agencies or folks that you know that work with the population birth to 5, please encourage them to apply. The eligibility is based on age and income. However, again, we must meet that criteria of having 10% of our enrollment children who have been identified with special needs. So I just wanted to put that out there.
thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else have anything up there on our screen? No? Okay, well, thank you all for everything you do, and just appreciate your service. I know Felicia does. I want to thank Felicia, as always, for all of her wonderful work behind the scenes and for the committee and for our disabled population.
Thank you.
So with no further ado, I guess we're adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.